Dawn never rises the same way over Florence. Before the sun touches the marble, the city is already awake. It is a creature of stone and river, breathing through its narrow alleys, where hanging laundry dances like flags of a daily life still hidden from view. Here the Arno is not just water, it is the main road, the toil of the boatmen pushing upstream through the golden mist, the song of women on the riverbanks washing away the dust of history as the rooftops ignite in red. But it is not poetry that moves Florence. It is gold. It is the deafening roar of the Mercato Vecchio, the sharp stench of the tanneries and the steam rising from the dye works that color the wool of half of Europe. Along the river, the sand diggers pull from the bed of the Arno, the very sand that will build the palaces of the powerful. Every florin passed from hand to hand, from pawn shops to the discreet comfort of a wine window, is the blood pulsing through the veins of the Republic. Here, commerce is a war fought with velvet and coins. Behind great business deals, life flows simply. The scent of bread at dawn, the sparks of the knife grinder lighting up the cobblestones, the patient work of the cobbler. It is a city that grows, that plays in the squares chasing a wooden hoop, and that writes its destiny one letter at a time, words of love or of trade, entrusted to the pen of a scribe, for those who do not possess the art of reading. Then, the warmth of a family dinner closes the circle of the day. Florence is an eternal construction site. Gravity is challenged with impossible machines. Brunelleschi's cranes creak above the rooftops, lifting the sky from the earth. In the workshops, amid marble dust and the choking smoke of molten bronze, men like Verrocchio transform matter into divinity. Here, gold is beaten until it becomes as weightless as air. Stone comes to life, color turns into flesh upon fresh plaster, and in a courtyard, an abandoned block of marble, the giant, waits in silence for the hand that will set it free. And among them walks a young man who observes the world differently, Leonardo. For him, the flight of a bird and the whirl of water obey the same law written by nature. While others look at their feet, he designs ways to leave the ground behind. Dreams of gears, of machines to breathe underwater, of wings to conquer the sky. In his notebooks, dense with mirrored writing, Florence ceases to be merely a city and becomes the laboratory of the future. All this splendor has a master, the Medici. Bankers who manage to become princes without ever wearing a crown. For them, beauty is a political weapon, as sharp as a sword. Beneath their shadow, the soul of Plato lives again in the gardens, while the passage of Ottoman ambassadors carries the scent of the East into the heart of Tuscany. But power changes shape. It is no longer only gold. It is lead and ink. In the new printing houses, knowledge breaks the banks of privilege and floods outward like a raging river. Florence looks at itself and sees the new Athens, where thought is the most precious currency. Yet every light casts a deep shadow. Outside the walls, the steel of mercenaries waits for payment. Inside, conspiracies are woven by candlelight. Fear walks alongside beauty. The dark silhouette of the plague doctor in the mist, the black hoods of the misericordia, and the muffled sob of a mother at the foundling wheel. And when pride turns into sin, the thunderous voice of Savonarola rises. The fire that once forged art now burns it in the bonfire of the vanities, consuming mirrors and paintings in the name of God. And yet, life always triumphs over fear. As the sun sets, while sacred processions incense the streets, taverns fill with wine, dice, and raucous laughter. The Arno turns purple, and the lamplighters ignite the first artificial stars. This is Florence, an impossible miracle between mud and sky, a place where humankind dared to look God in the eyes. Everything falls silent, yet nothing truly ends. Beneath the full moon, the dome stands watch, a silent guardian of passing centuries, an unmoving witness to lives flowing toward eternity.